All right, he says, hold on. Fettuccine Alfredo, thank you for the tier 1 for 2 months. Hey, what's up?
Yo.
Hey, there we go. We're working.
Let's go.
That's my favorite thing, actually, when I do nothing different and like I call you and the mic just doesn't work, and then I hang up and I call you again and it's like, oh, sorry, you wanted me to do the thing that I'm supposed to do, and then it just works.
It's probably because are you calling from your phone?
Yes.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Yeah, me either.
I was
it's
like, wait,
awesome, dude.
That's epic stuff. I was like,
It's
there's no
so
other
epic.
audio sources. Do you have like headphones in?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, bro.
This app sucks so much.
It's so awesome. It's just my favorite thing when shit just doesn't work for no reason.
So what's up? What's going
anyway,
on?
hi.
How are you?
How's sub replay stupid day?
Wow, thanks, dude. Epic stuff, man. I'm gonna come
Let's
into
go.
your stream and be like, hey, man, how's you gayo?
Oh,
dude,
man.
how's birth machine, dude?
Yeah. No, I was speaking of decks that people say are bad. This one actually is bad. I crafted all of Testina, and
Why
I was
did
like,
you do that? I saw your
because
post.
Let's go.
it's bad in a special kind of way.
That's
you know?
true. It's bad in the most fun. It's bad the way Snake Whistle is bad. You know.
Yeah. It's bad in like a manner that is just unbelievable that it was printed in 2023. Like, I think I'm trying to find like the quote unquote best way to play it in Master Duel, which is such a misnomer because there's just no way to play it.
Yeah, 2 mistakes there.
Yeah.
1, playing Testina. 2, playing Master Duel.
Yeah, play in quotations. It's just awful. And like, I'm just gonna let the anger flow through me when trying to make this deck work the next time I stream and play it, because it is abysmal. Like, I've been playing games with it, and I'm in like gold, and I'm just getting like pub stomped by like dog shit decks. The deck genuinely does like less than nothing. It is crazy how nothing coded that deck is. Like, it's so bad. I spent the money to buy the gems to pull every Testina card just so I could like prove a point, because people know it's bad.
Yeah,
but they don't know, like,
you can't really like you can't really what's the word? You can't really place it yourself. Like, you can't feel that it's bad till you actually see it in action, right?
Like, you can feel that it's bad, but you can't like there are esoteric reasons kind of like why things are bad.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like Crystal God is a brick. It does nothing in your hand. But there are so many games that come up where you have to have a second one, so you have it in deck. Like, bro, this is the worst deck they have ever made. So like, you have to play the Garnet, which is your boss monster that is also a Garnet at 2. It's so funny. Like,
That's
how
awesome.
did they fuck it up this fucking bad?
Hold on.
Let's go.
Wait,
Yeah.
before you continue. The Ultima Shadow, thank you for the fat raid. Hope you're having a good stream. Yo, bro, much love back to you. Hope you're having a good one. Thank you for the raid. Folks, go check out Ultima. Ultima is the ultimate streamer and Twitter funny man. And always believe a large journalistic integrity from Ultima. Every journalistic post I've seen from Ultima is true and real. So, you're
That's
too
true.
kind,
I
it's
agree.
real. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't understand. Like, people need to know what I'm talking about when I say that the deck is like the worst thing that they've ever made. It's so
bad,
funny
dude.
to me.
It's awesome. It's so awesome.
It's so awesome how these people are donkeys that should lose their jobs.
I think your anger, it's awesome that you get to do the old 1-2 punch and be like, hey, we announced an Ancient Gear 5-star Earth machine.
Oh, don't
and
get
then,
me fucking started.
And
Don't get me fucking
then
started.
released Testina in Master Duel. Just like a showcase of like the funniest and worst design in Yu-Gi-Oh's like recent memory. All in display in front of you like a dead body at like a morgue.
It's so funny to me, dude, how like I think it's like now more than ever there is a visible like power disparity of cards that are like, oh, they're just trying to make these bad. Like they want one deck to be playable right now. Everything else that's coming out is fucking dog water piss. And like they want like one thing to be good, which is the Diabell Star lore.
Well, it's funny
Like,
because like
it's
yeah. you can see strategies that seem fun and interesting, but you'll always admit to yourself like this is cool, but comparatively to the deck that they released, aka like, you know, Fire King or Snake Eye, you're like, this is dog shit in comparison, right? Like Testina is a special case because it's beyond that. It's so bad that rogue decks smash it, right? But normally you'll have a deck like Flame Swordsman and be like, oh well, this deck is cool, but man, is it nowhere near at all Snake Eye. You're like, no one's gonna take a game, like, of course not. The closest you can get are like the second power level, which is like Voiceless or whatever, and then you know that one's fun because then everyone's like, well, like this is the don't read these cards special, right? Like
exactly
anyway,
no,
that's the point.
It's just very funny how like they are working overtime to make sure that there is only one good deck in the format. It's very funny. Like the Ancient Gear thing especially, they just like refuse. Oh man,
that one's
I was
awesome.
Gonna do like dude,
you should make a video.
Hilarious.
You should just make a video talking about every single thing that sucks about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
because I saw some people being like,
no,
wait, it's actually like in theme, like you ignore all the special summons anyway for Ancient Gear with the new stuff they're releasing, blah blah blah. And I was like, that's okay.
That sucks. Like that doesn't make the card good.
Right. I was like making this card only work if you have these certain circumstances created through the card's design so that no other deck can try and work with it. Like they're inventing new ways to do like I hate to say this, like rotation, because like they're like, oh well, we have to make sure it doesn't special summon, and we have to make sure that that's the case, and that the only cards that can cheat this out are the new cards we're releasing, so people buy the new cards. And it's like, dude, what if you just didn't do that? Like you built your whole game around allowing 10,000 cards to interact with like the new stuff you put, and now you're like, no, you have to use the Ancient Gear cards for this one. And I'm like, I hate you. Like I hate you so much.
Literally, it's like this is supposed to be, this can be summoned off of Ancient Gear Catapult, and it's like, hey dumbass, that's ass. Like you understand that, right? It's like, wow, it's fucking ridiculous that this card says it can't be special summoned in 2024, you know? Like, they're releasing a card in 2024 that says you cannot special summon it. And other people are like, well, you can summon it with this. I'm like, that card's fucking shit. You're stupid. Like, you're just dumb. Like, why are you even talking about Ancient Gear fucking Catapult? Like, oh, it fits in the theme. Like, okay, you're a fucking dumbass. Okay, you're dumbass coded. That fits your theme of being a dumbass. Like, just people are so dumb. Like, this card, they could have easily made this card just like a machine extender. Like, how fucking hard would that have been?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Like, if you control no monsters or you control an Earth Machine, you can normal summon this card.
Could you imagine if Ballista added the 5-star and then you could summon it?
Could you imagine if the card did anything? How about that, Danny? What about that?
I love that. Like, it's so funny because the timing was so awesome, because for a couple days you were like, man, I've tried my best to like build creatively and take out Ancient Gearbox. I think it's like a hindrance to the deck. It's a brick. It's like, it's an old style of deck building, but I can't, remove it because it's so strong.
Yeah.
with our consistency. It's like it's the strongest tool I have, and it sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and you're like, oh my gosh, the heavens have called upon me, and a 5-star Earth machine, an Ancient Gear, no doubt, from Ballista could be added, and then you're like, this is leagues worse than box.
Like there are probably 70 things that they could have put on that card instead of what they put on it to make it playable in any way. But they found a way to make like a piece of dog shit on cardboard. Like, it's just a turd. You know what I mean?
Awesome. It is honestly, it is impressive how bad the card
How bad
is.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I am genuinely impressed. They were able to fit a card and its effect that on paper looks maybe a little complicated or needs some kind of strategy, and then you read it and you're like, no, this is the worst card I've ever read.
You know the worst thing about it? I think my favorite thing about this is that they have released a card that they released Ancient Gear Dragon, right? And it's dog shit, right? It's so bad. And even like the one redeeming factor about it is the fact that it's a spell or trap negate, right?
Yeah.
So it literally does like negate cards, but it has 500 attack. So you normal summon it and it has 500. And then, like, in the context of the modern era where one Snake Eye Ash +9s you, right? You normal summon Snake Eye Ash, and if you're uninterrupted, you go +9 or +8 or whatever. But you know what normal summon Snake Eye Ash does? It also beats over fucking Ancient Gear Dragon. Because Ancient Gear Dragon has fucking 500 attack, and Snake Eye Ash has what, like 800? I think it literally has more attack than the fucking Ancient Gear card they just released.
Wait, Snake Eyes Ash has 800 attack. You are absolutely correct. This card can beat over the new Cyber.
Yes, dude. Yes. It's fucking unbelievable.
I love the people where I think someone was like, you can no, I was like, there's no way to put this in defense, and I was like, oh, and the card, this doesn't matter, but it you can't set it for free either. Not that you would, but it only says normal summon. It does say not normal summon or set. So if you wanted to set
Danny,
it, it's
you can special summon it in defense with the Ancient Gear Catapult.
Fucking idiots. Like, justifying the fact that the card says can't be special summoned by the fact that it is in theme, quote unquote, for fucking Ancient Gear. Fucking idiots. I hate everybody on Twitter, dude. I made that post about complaining about Testina. Twitter is just Reddit now. I was making that post about complaining about Testina, and there were like 4 people that were like, well, what about Testina OTK? And I'm like, you are a fucking idiot. Like, you're so stupid. Like, anybody that tells you that their deck is a blind second deck is a dumbass. Like, you're an idiot. You go to locals and go 2-2. That's what you do. That's your life until you die. Is like, you can't get a positive record at locals because, like, I play a blind second deck. No, you don't. You lose with a blind second deck. That's what you do. You fucking idiot. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, okay, like, seriously, if I'm supposed to play Testina OTK and go second, what am I gonna do? Regeki my opponent and then activate Divine Domain Batistina, which I now cannot use because I blew up my opponent's face-up cards? You fucking moron. You literal donkey. Like, you're stupid. I hate people. I hate them. Like, Testina's actually supposed to be a blind second deck. You're actually supposed to not be here.
Well, okay. The problem is you expect it to be EM support. Well, here's the thing. It's uncool to hold on. It's uncool. Wait, it's uncool to print multiple Ancient Gear cards that do support Earth Machine and are good, like Ballista, like Box Friend, which has been pretty good in years past, and then be like, okay, the newest one, after printing some decent cards for Ancient Gear, reverts itself to like the history of time by like 9 years. How is that like fair when you're like, no, these other cards are useful for Earth Machine, and they did that.
Yeah, it's not even that is true, but also, like, I'm not even saying, like, it's not that I'm mad that it can't be used like generically in Earth Machine. I'm mad that the card is just bad.
Yeah, because
Like-
if
like
it
the
was
card
good
is
for
just
Ancient
bad.
Gear, you'd be like, oh, this pushes Ancient Gear. It might not be good for Earth Machine, but this card is incredible for Ancient Gear, right?
But it's genuinely just it's a piece of shit. It's just useless. They just made a card. This is the same thing with Dino Vader Docus too. You remember Dino Vader Docus, the new
No.
card that the new okay.
Oh,
This
wait.
it's the new Dinosaur card that's coming out in the newest set, Legacy of Destruction, that's done out in the TCG.
Here it is.
Yeah, this card, like, Dino is a decent deck, and it is very cheap and very available. And if they made this card say fucking one, if you control a dinosaur monster instead of 2 dinosaur monsters, this card would have put Dinosaur to like a level of rogue playability again. It would be so good if it said you can special summon this card if you control a dinosaur.
Oh,
But it says,
Dinosaur.
yeah, but now it says 2 dinosaurs, and it's fucking useless because you're already winning if you get to the point where you have 2 dinos on board. So this card is just pack filler that will never be played, and it's just going to be millions of copies of it that get thrown in the fucking garbage because they decided to write 2 dinosaurs on it instead of 1. It's annoying, man, when they just make cards that are ass. This game frustrates me a lot of the time.
That's why I'm here, dude. That's why I load up stream. I load up stream and I go, all right, I am here as a rant button for Peeps YGO.
Yes. Well, I'm happy about it because I hit the rant button quite often.
It's 2024. Oh god, Sib, you're so fucking annoying. It's 2024 and this community is still whining that some cards are bad. Is everyone here in kindergarten? Sib, I'm rotating you in my head.
Oh my god. Like the problem is not that they're bad. The problem is that like they make cards just not usable is the thing. Like like, what is Dino Vader Docus going to get played in?
I know
Nothing.
Sib is fucking around because Sib has literally said the explanation of that if there's no format to print these cards for, why are you printing them? That's something I'm pretty sure Sib has said themselves.
Yes,
so
Sib is
I don't know if they're trolling me or if they're fucking around, but shut up.
Yeah, it's not that like I'm gonna complain about it because it sucks.
Dragon would be crazy and limited. I agree. I think in a limited format that card would be fun. That like specifically built it for low power. Like, yeah, maybe you would use catapult, you know, in limited or whatever, because it would be good. Like, because there's not a lot of shit you can use in limited, right? Like, it would be great.
But there's literally nothing you can do when I go normal Ancient Gear Dragon pass, and my opponent goes normal Snake Eye Ash, search, battle phase, run over your 500 attack normal, and then +9 you.
Those were yeah, I know. Those were 2 different arguments. I stand by both statements. He's saying the same thing. Peeps is saying the same thing. He is saying he is confused as to why you printed the card in the first place. That's why he's complaining. He's not complaining that like, oh man, this card's bad. Like he is saying at its core, he is frustrated that the card is even being printed.
Yes. And like, I'm frustrated that the card is being printed because like it's so close to being a genuine piece of support that could bring a rogue deck, a cheap rogue deck, up to viability. But the balancing team in this card game is like either non-existent or all of them are bad at their jobs. And I think it's the second one.
Yeah, it's strange. I do think it sucks and it feels very weird to open packs of Yu-Gi-Oh and be like,
yes,
there's no other way to play any of these cards. I'm throwing them all in the garbage, like all of them. It doesn't feel good to open Yu-Gi-Oh packs, right? Like it's not like a thing where like I can do that.
Yeah, and like they could easily not overbalance so many of the cards, and it's not like they would be broken. Like Dino Vader Docus saying, if you control a dinosaur, you can special summon this hand. Or special summon this from your hand. That would not be broken at all. It would be a very good card. It would not be the like format warping whatever fucking nonsense. But I don't know. It's okay. It's Friday. It's Friday, man. I don't have to, it's the weekend, you know, I just had to get this complaint energy out of my brain.
No, dude, it's fun. Dude, I love
Because
complaining.
I just quote unquote played Testina for 3 hours, and it was the worst experience
Were you
of my
streaming?
life.
Or did you just do it normally?
No, I loaded up Master Duel for fun. I don't know why I did that, but I did.
Dude, every time I load up Master Duel offline and I play like 2 games, I get tired.
Yes.
I'm like, this is draining me.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh boy, like I load Balatro, and not to compare the games, they're obviously different, but like I load a different game that is fun, and I go, wow, the time just zoomed by, right?
Yeah.
And then in Master Duel, I'm like, I can't believe I wasted like hours doing this.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, oh, I'm gonna watch my opponent do a fucking snake eye combo.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stare at the gun on my desk and be like, damn, I could.
Yeah. You look at the noose, you go, not today, old friend.
Yeah.
Not today.
It's tempting, but sorry, I have to watch this snake eye combo, and I didn't open a hand trap, so that's my fault. You know, I just didn't open a hand trap, so I deserve to lose, right? That's just
That was the thing. That was the thing I noticed a lot whenever I'd go to YCSs, and I would talk to people after their rounds, specifically like Crush Cards and Doug and Joseph and maybe you, but I feel like we haven't gone to a ton of YCS together. But every time they describe a round, about 60% of the time, it's, well, I didn't open hand traps and they opened full combo. And I was like,
yeah,
how is this? I mean, okay, great.
yeah. And it sucks because there are formats where I have played no hand traps and done very well.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the case.
Those are my favorite kind of formats. Like,
yeah, that's the cool part where you're like, oh, I opened no traps and I still broke the board. Like that's cool and that's like fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Format.
Or I can like main deck, I don't fucking know, Forbidden Chalice. I love, those are my favorite kind of formats. When Forbidden Chalice is playable, the game is very good. But it's like, oh, well, I have to have hand traps in my deck, so that way I stop. I have to have 3 hand traps on my deck, so I stop my opponent from plus 8ing me. This game, man.
It's great. It's awesome and epic. That's why I watch from the sidelines. It's awesome.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, you enjoy stream. Thanks for letting me jump on it.
Anytime.